Larry, thanks so much for coming on the program, sir. Good talking to you again.
Oh, it's always a pleasure to spend time with you, Ken.
And good to hear that the NSSF is going to seek to intervene in this lawsuit filed by the Center for Biological Diversity and several other environmental groups. This is the latest attempt by these anti-hunting groups to try to ban lead ammunition, right?
Absolutely. This is yet another failed attempt by these groups, particularly the Center for Biodiversity, which is very litigious, to try yet again to have the EPA ban the use of lead in manufacturing traditional ammunition. The EPA has already denied their first petition back in August of 2010, and they filed a lawsuit that we and FCI and NRA intervened in, and we were successful in having the court dismiss their case. They filed a second petition, which was also denied by the EPA on the grounds that they do not have jurisdiction to regulate ammunition under the Toxic Substances Control Act. And, of course, I guess they want to go for best 3 out of 5 or something. They filed another lawsuit just yesterday. And so, as before, we are going to intervene in the case, protect the right of hunters to choose the ammunition that's best suited for their purposes, and to make sure that the court does not grant the petition by a court order and ban the use of lead in manufacturing ammunition, which would have a devastating impact on wildlife conservation in the United States. It would have a devastating impact on hunters and shooters all across the United States. It would result in a price increase on average of 190% for ammunition. It would impact law enforcement, who would not be able to buy, only be able to buy very expensive alternative ammunition, even if they could find it.
Mm-hmm.
And it would even impact the United States military, which would not be exempt from a ban imposed by a court order or imposed by the EPA. So, ironically, yesterday was also the day that Senators Tester and Thune, who are the co-chairs of the Congressional Sportsmen's Caucus, filed an amendment to the Farm Bill called the Sportsman's Act that includes the same language as is in their bill S-838, which has already passed the House of Representatives, which would clarify that the EPA does not have jurisdiction over ammunition. And it also contained a number of other important sportsmen and conservation provisions that are supported by a broad range of conservation groups and sportsmen's groups like the NRA, like FCI, like NRA, NSSF, and the U.S. Sportsmen's Alliance. So it's a very good piece of legislation. It will be offered next week on the Farm Bill, and we would encourage everybody to support that amendment, the Tester-Thune amendment, when it comes up next week.
You know, Larry, I mean, is this ever going to stop? Or at some point, do they say, okay, enough is enough, we're tired of wasting our money? Or are they just going to keep trying to do this, again and again, hoping for, I guess, a friendly judge one of these times?
Well, of course, they are extremely litigious. They use litigation, I believe they use litigation as a fundraising tool. And so they will try to raise money on this lawsuit. I think they know full well it has no chance of success. And so, perhaps they'll have a little bit more money in their bank account when we kick their butt again.
All right. Well, listen, Larry, thank you again, sir, for coming on the program. Enjoy your weekend, and look forward to talking to you soon.
You do as well, Ken. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Larry Keane, Vice President and General Counsel of the National Shooting Sports Foundation, joining us here on NRAnews.com.